the water glisten.
Where are you gonna run it into, correct?
Can't. You
Right
can't
here,
take
these
it.
people live behind right here.
Well, you know, I know you, and I
Right.
don't want, and I want everybody to be heard.
Right.
But if you two are going back and forth.
Well,
all
he
these
asked
other
the
people
question,
might-
they won't answer it.
Well, they will, and I promise you, they will answer it.
But people want to hear it
You
now,
have to
they don't want to
listen
hear
to
that.
what
He
people
asked
say.
a civil question, what are the comments for?
It's got These people that live here, it looks like right in the beginning there, there's a pond. Is there a fence there or anything? I mean, you got little kids that can go back there?
No, I used to play back there.
I mean, kids in water, you know what I mean? Somebody gets, not good back there. That's not good. And these ponds aren't good. It'll be all mosquitoes, you name it. And when you put these in, when they run the sewer system, you're supposed to have manholes with sumps every so often in the parking lot, where the oil is supposed to come in, gas is supposed to drain down, and it's supposed to be sucked up out of there and checked and removed properly. It's not that easy. I don't even live near here, but I don't like it, because when it starts, it don't stop. And another thing, they didn't run that 219 all the way to where they did. If it would have died at Springville, that end road, they wouldn't be putting that in. That's for people coming through from Pennsylvania, God knows where.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want everybody to be heard, so if, and I know you have a ton of questions and a ton of concerns, and that's what we're here for.
Just say no.
I want.
That's right, just say
I understand, but I want everybody to hear that.
My name is Sandy Davis, and I live at 7503 Valley Circle Lane. My house is 4 houses away from the 219 on the other side of Boston State Road. It occurred to me yesterday that this is not by accident that this is coming up now. The 219 is just about to be completed down to the major east-west, whatever it is now, it used to be Route 17. If this project goes through, this positions Boston to be a tourist destination. We're going to have people coming here on their way to somewhere else, zipping through. I have enough problems. The 219 wasn't there when I bought my house. It is now. There wasn't a hotel there, and I certainly don't want there to be a hotel there now, or anything else that would disturb the beauty of this location. If I wanted to live in an urban area, I would have bought in Amherst.
Hi, my name is Donna. I own the property at 7104 Boston State Road. I understand your problem moving out of Clarence. How many years ago did they have the problem where they built a big development right next to a farm?
Then you couldn't be a farmer anymore.
And because everybody in the development complained of the flies, and they complained of the smell.
Yep.
So what do we have on the other side of 219? Zittle's Farm. So we're going to have all these people come in, buying these properties. Is anybody going to stay at the hotel? Especially when they're spreading manure? I mean, I don't mind the smell. We bought the property in 1990. But really, seriously, people aren't going to stay in a hotel when they smell that. And are we going to now have to tell Zittle to get rid of their cows? No. It's a staple of our community.
Yeah.
Where are we going to get the milk for Charlotte's ice cream? We got it from Zittle's. Zittle's was the supplier of all the milk for all the products made at Charlotte's. That's our commodity. That's our home. Are we going to give that up because somebody wants a hotel and somebody wants to build luxury apartments? This town does not need luxury apartments. This town does not need a hotel. This town needs the way it is. It is a town. It is not Amherst. It's not Clarence, it's not upper side of Williamsville. We are a small community. We don't have millionaires living in our town. If we do, we only have a few of them. We're not that big. We're not a tourist attraction. What are they gonna come? We don't have big fancy restaurants. Seriously, this is our small town. We don't need this. We need to keep what we have the way it is. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Roger Weiss. I also live on Meadow Drive. And before I go on, I just want to say this does not only affect us people on Meadow Drive, this literally affects everybody in the town of Boston, save those who do not go north to get into the city or into the county. Number one, the planning board has decided that this lot should stay commercial. My question to you people is, if the planning board's opinion only counts if you agree with it, why in the hell do we have a planning board? Once commercial zoning is removed to residential and or whatever that other status is, it can no longer revert back to commercial. Perhaps 20 to 25 years down the line, the I-219 will not only go to the I-86, which you alluded to as the I-17, this eventually will go through Pennsylvania and somewhere in the DC area connect to either the 95 or the 75 for direct access all the way to Miami Beach. With this in mind, this property that we're talking about rezoning, we will be taking away the commercial value that it will entail once that is complete. Yes, we can go through the same thing when they start building industrial facilities, whatever. As an example, we only have to go to the Route 28 exit. On the southeast corner, you got a state-of-the-art medical facility. On the northwest corner, you have an even larger area that is an industrial complex. Why would the town of Boston want their residents to give up the potential that could bring on years down the line? The prudence of the planning board, to me, is not questionable. They made the right decision. As far as this area will have more residents who will spend more money in our town, put yourself in the position of these new residents. Like the previous speaker said, are they going to make a left turn to go down to the town of Boston to spend their money?
No.
Or are they going to hang a Ralph and go into the village of Hamburg? Some of the other things to consider. What is going to happen there in the wintertime? When you have school buses jockeying with snowplows? Have the people even considered that? I cannot imagine if we have this problem on Meadow Drive, what it's going to be on Emerling Drive or whatever they decide to name that little street. Probably no more than 2 lanes. I doubt it'll be even as wide as Meadow Drive. And this brings up another issue. Now, I don't know if Route 391 is a county road, if it's a state road, whatever.
It's a state road until Route 277.
So between Herman Hill Road and 219, it is a state road.
It is a state road and then it becomes a county
Has
road.
amendments to the state road even be considered? Already we have that lane. I can't even imagine making a right turn into the new complex, let alone the people. And most of them that are going to live in that complex, I will guarantee it will be coming from the north, not the south. Are they going to put up a traffic light? Are they going to put up a signal light? Once again, I applaud the prudence of the planning board. They made the right decision. I think you should seriously consider what their decision is.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Linda Smoller. I live at 6696 Weebler Road, right there. I'm the fourth generation of my family to live in this town. This property that we are on today was my great-grandfather's farm. My family moved in here in the 1890s. I am not a new resident. I'm committed to this area. My family has been committed to this area. Since I moved here, personally myself, we lived here for 40 years. When we first moved in, there was cows, there was horses, it was rural. We have been here, and many of you with me, fighting this kind of development year after year. We do not want it. We came here because we want this rural, suburban, a safe place for our children to play and grow old. I think the town and the board, and whoever the powers to be, need to look at our master plan. The master plan that's currently in use, to my understanding, was proposed and passed at 2000. That's 17 years ago. It needs to be updated every 10 years. We are working with 17-year-old data. I think we need to incorporate in the next master plan the feelings that these people, this community who has turned out on a hot July night on a weekend, a holiday weekend, and we are saying no. We need a master plan that encourages the sentiments of the town and the direction we want this town to go in. Thank you. One thing we need to look at too is the developer bought this property. He knew it was zoned commercial. He now has a self-imposed hardship. He's got property, he can't do what he wants. So he is now coming to the town, to us, to bail him out of what was a poor decision. We all know, buyer beware. I don't think the buyer was beware. So.
Here we go. Excuse me, locked in.
Yeah, get a better price.
Hi. My name is Lila Worley. I live at 9106 Boston State Road. We purchased our house in '08. In 2007, this town passed an agricultural law, right to farm. I'm currently farming, and I can't imagine coming into town every day to see a hotel. I just can't see it. We're an agricultural community. We're not a bedroom community. We're an agricultural community. Always have been. If you look at the
for a Bills game at that hotel. When all the partiers start coming in from out of town for a Bills game, at that hotel.
what does that bring into town? Transient? You know, how does that work? I heard on YouTube a video I saw of a council meeting, and my two favorite board members aren't here tonight. I was going to ask.
Where are they?
But I was going to ask Councilman Genzel why he feels that, and I'm sorry for my language, I want to know why he thinks that if we're not going to do this plan and the developer has it already as C2, why is he encouraging prostitution and drug use? Why does he think that a truck stop is the thing to put in that location if this plan doesn't go through? Because that's what I saw him say in that council meeting, and I don't quite understand it. I'd like an explanation.
Somebody's getting paid off.
I want everybody here, that's right. I want everyone here to remember that right now that land is being used to farm. It's got corn on it that the Zittles plow. And they're concerned too. This man wants to come in after owning as much as he does and profit some more. And now they want to use scare tactics like the fact that it's already zoned C1, C2. If you don't do this, we could put a truck stop there and bring in prostitutes. I don't agree. I say we use eminent domain, and as the people insist that it stay agricultural. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Carl Otis. My wife and I are the newest residents on Meadow Drive. We moved to 5690 last fall. There may be someone newer, but I haven't seen them. My first issue with all of this is that I thought I heard the members of the board or some member of the board say that the principal was coming to make application and that to listen to our concerns. Well, I don't see it. And my problem is he can't listen to my concerns if he's not here. If this is his representative, I'm going to present your concerns to him, at least third hand, from you to them to him, if not more. It is not what we would like, because we need to say directly to him that this may be in his best interest, but it certainly doesn't look to be in ours. My second problem with all of this is that if you just think carefully about what, and I know we're just talking about the zoning tonight, which is an issue because while it said so on the public notice, I really thought that I got fooled because I expected to be able to fully address all of this, and there's no question or no statement anywhere about future public hearings for subsections of all of this. I understand there will be, and believe me, I suspect we'll all still be here. The traffic issue that I am most concerned with, my wife and I have a handicapped child. She rides a scooter. Now, can you imagine when they have this additional traffic? I don't think, unless you live on Meadow Drive, you don't understand the traffic on Meadow Drive. We get tractor trailers. I know there's a sign that says local traffic only. They apparently can't read because they come up all the time.
How about those NFTA buses?
Pardon me?
Those NFTA buses that have been coming.
Yes, the NFTA buses. We get all kinds of traffic. And don't tell me we're not going to add to that. People want to get to the South Avenue intersection because they want to be able to use South Avenue Road. So they come up Meadow. They don't drive the extra block to get up the next street over. They come up Meadow. They come up Howard Street. We didn't know that when we moved in. Shame on us. I would just like to say thank you to all my new neighbors for standing up for those of us who live.
You're very welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Joshua Karras. I'm at 5516 Meadow Drive. I recently bought my house a year ago, a little over and some change. I just had a daughter, 6 months old. As the gentleman that just purchased his house says, everybody's flying up and down our road. I see this from time to time. And my biggest concern is the fact that in the spring, you see the flooding that we get on Meadow. Literally, I have photos of the water shooting out of the drains in front of my house and creating a river across the street, across Vince's lawn, into the back. This is unacceptable, really, because obviously the water dissipates in about 8 hours, but the pipes are too small. There's a big situation that needs to be resolved there, and if you guys build apartment complexes and housing that's going to be a higher grade, where's that water going to go? Even if you have 3 retention ponds, that water is going to be, it has to go somewhere. We're the lowest point on Meadow. On top of it, the planning board has recommended that this not be built, and they had a unanimous vote on that. And on top of it, the DOT and Erie County was in support with that. I just want everybody to know that. I am not in favor for this in the town of Boston and in my home. I plan on staying here. And I'd like to say, I want to be here for the rest of my life. And if this is going to happen, I'm probably not going to be here. Thank you very much.
I'm Lynn Gerber from Rockwood Road, 8815 Rockwood Road in the town of Boston. And I just want to remind people, there are many, many accidents between Taylor Road and Meadow Drive. And it keeps increasing. And it's because people come on and off, and people are in a hurry going into Hamburg or coming home. And when you put in a whole neighborhood right there, they will be coming right out onto Boston State Road near the entrance to the 219. It's a real concern that we may have more accidents. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Ray Worth. I live at 9300 Boston State Road. I'm almost at the other end of town. But I live on 18 Mile Creek, 2 doors down from our illustrious councilman's grandfather's place. But I'm a trout fisherman. And all this water, every time you develop, you don't only need retention ponds, you need soil and surfaces that will absorb the water, not run it off. 18 Mile Creek, after every rainfall right now, is like a toilet when you flush it. It's like a huge sewer. Everything comes down. And Jason, you've seen the back behind my place, and what it did, it cost us thousands of dollars to have that creek repaired. Soil Conservation Service took part of the money, but it still came a lot of it out of our pockets. So when we're looking at development, and they're talking about putting in new roads, new parking lots, we don't need it unless they're going to design to let that water that falls on that property be absorbed into the ground there. I heard somebody say, well, we need bigger pipes to get rid of it. Well, where do you think it goes? It goes to the next guy's property, or it goes down to 18 Mile Creek. And it just acts, like I said, turns it into a sewer. If you want to live on the banks of a sewer, you're welcome. But as far as I'm concerned, that's not for me. We try to keep our property buffered with woodland and vegetation so we don't get that runoff into the creek. Doesn't sound like these developers are looking at that. They're looking at a paved road, paved parking lots. That's not going to help the runoff situation. And that's something that the planning board and our environmental board has to take a look at in the future. We can't expect the highway department to be constantly digging ditches to get rid of water that's in somebody's yard that shouldn't have been built there in the first place.
Hi everybody, my name is Jody Bryan. I live at 7090 South Abbott Road. So Meadow Drive is my view. I can see everybody get flooded. It comes by me first and ends up at you. I get all the pottery traffic, and that's a lot of fun. 150 employees back and forth every morning. Monaco Enterprise, they are the nursery, the mulch guys. Does everybody get their mulch from them? I hear every truck go by. I only live about 40 feet off of South Abbott Road where people are flying. I hope they are not going as fast past your houses on Meadow as they are by mine.
They are.
Faster. It's terrifying sometimes when cars, I'm going to say, are doing 80, 100. I never see the cops. Ever since Ron Wolf retired, no one's got a ticket on South Abbott. It's pretty sad because he wouldn't leave us alone as kids, and I've been here my entire life. And I'm telling you, although I don't like the mulch trucks going by my house, they're diesels, they hammer down, I gotta listen to it. They have bobcats running at Sunday morning, I'm beep, beep, beep. They wanted to buy that property. And they won't sell it to them. And I would much rather have a nursery in my backyard than people I don't know.
Kim Sass, 5535 Meadow Drive. I did a quick online search.
Use the microphone.
I did a quick online search before I came here. There are 38 houses for sale in Boston. In our area, there are like 85 apartments for rent. Why do we need this? I walk Boston State every day. I almost get hit every day. I fear walking Boston State, but they're the only ones with shoulders big enough that I don't have to walk on the ditch in the tar. So I don't see why we need this. It's gonna make this place more dingy.
And see more homes go up for sale.
Well, we already have enough.
And nobody's buying.
And nobody, I mean, so why do we need more?
Everyone's doing a really great job staying within the time limit. Thank you for that. When someone's up here, if the next person can come up and wait, it'll help move us along a little bit. So when you see someone here, if you want to speak, just kind of stand off to the side.
Hi, Joanne Bontek, 7130 on Falius Road. I have been living, I'm a newbie, 25 years. I live next door to Clarence Christ Bender's old property, love Clarence. Took care of his property and all the people who would move in and, you know, that would use his property for a playground, you know. Then they'd never had permission. But what I just want to tell you is I also, for 5 years, was on the ZBA. And I voted against the barrack-style Brookfield because it was poorly developed, poorly managed, and it was supposed to be for seniors. I honestly, I have not done to know how many seniors are living there, but it was supposed to be for seniors. So what I want to say is, do not, and I'm asking the board, do not get flim-flammed by this guy over here, because I voted, and he's going to make this property sound, oh, like it's wonderful. It's not going to be wonderful. And what I want to know is, where are the other 2 board members? I can pretty much know where 2 of these guys are going to vote. But these guys without a backbone are not showing up, Gensel and Broadway, because they will vote for this. They've already said they will, and they will. So if they don't show up to the most important meeting in the town of Boston, and they get paid, what, $200 a week to come here, and they can't show up for this meeting, shame on them. Shame on them. Everybody needs to You know, I love Boston. The heart of Boston is like Mayberry. You go into the old Be Quick and everybody knows you. You go into the post office, you go into the local bar, but everybody takes care of one another. You know, we care about each other. We know our neighbors. You know, we go out, if you can't get plowed, especially on Falius Road, my neighbors will plow me out before I get home. You know, and it's a wonderful place. I don't want to move. The taxes are incredibly high. And they haven't been raised, but they're going to be, the minute these 3 guys are going to leave, they're going to be raised again because we don't have the money in this town, but that's a whole other issue. What I'm saying is, if the town board does not listen to our vote, that means in Article 78, you all know what that is, that means we have to get together and get that money to vote against them. And so you have to come to the next board meeting. The board meetings are now, they voted themselves only 3 of them, but once a month. So, you know, and they're going to not probably be here in November, you know, for the next year. So you've got to voice your opinion now, because this is when it counts. This is when it counts. And we don't need the traffic. And let me just make one more point. The Tim Hortons, that should have a turning lane. It does not. That was illegally put in. I don't know how they got away with doing that, but people turn on there, it should not be there. And if they want to show that they care about the citizens, there will be a turning lane in there. Do not listen to the secret report. Do not listen to what Sean and the attorney firm says. He doesn't care about the town. We like Mayberry. He doesn't care. He's getting paid. It's for the money. Yeah, he doesn't care.
It's always the money.
It's always the money. And one more thing, if the town of Hamburg can turn down that development,
Hi, I'm Mary Ann Matthias. I live at 6444 Willow Drive. Can you hear me?
No.
Mary Ann Matthias. I live at 6444 Willow Drive. And this is all a bit of deja vu for me. I'm a city girl. I grew up in North Buffalo. My husband grew up on the east side. And we moved out here in 1990 to get out of the city, to raise our children in more of a rural environment. We have 50 acres behind our house on Willow Drive, which is off of Thornwood. Our kids snowmobiled and dirt biked, and they fished at Boston, the 18-mile creek, and caught crayfish, and did all the things we wanted to raise our children to do. And in 1992, Mr. Felkitis wanted to expand the Boston Valley Trailer Park and put 150 more trailers on the property. So my husband and I and Ron Yormick have been up at this town board meeting for many, many years. We fought it successfully for 3 times. And one of the reasons that we were so motivated was Mr. Felkitis and his lawyers said, it's going to be a piece of cake. They're Boston people. They are couch potatoes. They will not get off their couch after working to come up and fight anything that we're going to be putting in. Don't you worry about it. Well, being a city girl, Irish, that's all that took to get me up here. So I've seen Sean and his law firm successfully now build the Brookfield patio homes that we were told were going to look just like brownstones in Philadelphia, and there was going to be beautiful landscaping, and there were many people that came here and spoke about how they were going to retire there, and people were talking about they didn't have affordable housing in Boston, so unfortunately they couldn't raise their children here. So I wanted to piggyback on the girl that came up and said there's 85 apartments available and there's 35 homes available. Well, there's an additional 31 homes going up on Deanna Drive that you are probably not aware of in a double loop that will all be draining into Boston State Road.
How much do those cost?
The lots have not been sold yet, but Mr. Emmerling that developed the patio homes told us the beautiful